Hey everyone, I'm the Bearded Zero. On a nearly daily basis, someone somewhere usually asks me what are my certain opinions on an Alien or Predator movie, or an Alien versus Predator movie. And since I love those film franchises so much, I've been collectively making retroactive reviews of those films. Previously, we've covered the original Alien movies, all the way up to Resurrection, and now we've officially covered the first two Predator movies, and today we are covering Predators with a very shiny cover. I love this cover, actually. And like I said at the end of my Predator 2 review, some people might be shocked with my thoughts on this movie. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely adore this movie. I think this movie was great. I feel like this was the Predator sequel that we should have got with 2. That's my personal opinion. I really like the super predators in this. I like the whole fan theory that maybe they're the actual females of the predators and everything. Yeah, I like the whole idea around the super predators, except for one thing I don't like is like the look of the berserker predator when he opens up his mouth and the jaw just like goes so wide. That's the only thing I don't like about this movie, honestly, is that one little design aspect of the super predators, but. Yeah. Also, when this movie came out, a lot of people thought that Super Predator was a Pred alien. And I don't know how widespread that was, but like in my high school, so, I was still in high school when this came out. A lot of people was like, "Oh yeah, man, it was totally a Pred alien." I'm like, "No, it wasn't. Where the fuck did you get that?" But yeah, the Super Predators. I love the Super Predators. I love the way they look. And, one big criticism for this movie is that it just follows the footsteps of the original Predator. And I actually think that's one of its strengths, because it plays just like those typical 80s and 90s sequels where they were just a repeat of the original material. And that way, it feels nostalgic. It feels intentional for them to have done that. And I think in the commentary and the bonus materials and stuff like that, they did say that was intentional. I mean, the movie closes with a long, tall Sally, so I mean, that's pretty crazy. But God, yeah, I remember when that song played on the credits. I'm like, yeah, Predator. But another big criticism for this movie is Adrien Brody as the main character, and I thought he was great. The Christian Bale Batman voice could have been better, that he was putting on, but I thought he was a really good lead. I got into it. I read into him as a good character. I believed him as this Black Ops military. So yeah, it was great. I like the other cast of characters. I wish we could have seen some more of some other characters, like specifically Danny Trejo. I wish we could have seen a little bit more of his character, but really and truly, he was just Danny Trejo, being Danny Trejo in that movie, but that's still cool. And, one thing I don't like, I forgot about this when I said there's only one thing I hate about this movie. There is another thing I hate about this movie. It's the character of Noland. And I think that's why a lot of people shit on this movie for, is that they're just remembering Noland in that whole 15-minute long distraction from the rest of the movie. And that part had no point and had no real reason to be there. It was just like, hey, look, we got Lawrence Fishburne in the movie. That's the only legitimate part that I would take out because it's garbage. That's it. That part was just, ugh. I like the chase when they're running away from the Super Predators inside that thing, though. But if you had just taken out the whole Nolan character and just had like Super Predators somehow like corner them inside that crash ship, you could have got the same. You could have got the same effect there. But yeah, the whole I like the concept of a character who is marooned on that planet, who survived the Predators, who is, basically took their equipment and adapted them for himself. That's a really, really fucking awesome concept. But they squandered it with the way that Lawrence Fishburne took on that character. That was, so bad. Oh God, what's going on? I'm gonna betray you. That was his character in that movie, and it was fucking stupid. I mean, sure, if you were marooned on that planet for as long as he was, you would go a little bit paranoid. But that's like the whole classic Tropic Thunder trope where it's like you never go full retard. No offense to anybody who has mental abilities. I'm just quoting the trope from Tropic Thunder, not actually calling anybody. You know what I mean? It's like you never go full on crazy. Let's just say that. You never go full on crazy like that. And Lawrence Fishburne went full crazy. It just, no. It didn't read that well. It didn't read that well at all. But the rest of this movie, I really did enjoy. I enjoyed their journey going through that planet. I enjoyed looking at all these different alien creatures that they had captive. Yeah, picking apart every frame, looking for that one xenomorph Easter egg, which is there, by the way. Yeah, I really, really did enjoy this movie. And such a shame that we never got a sequel to this. Maybe we will eventually, because they shot this really cheap. It made its money back, so, yeah. Hopefully someday we'll get to see the Super Predators return. We'll get to see Royce return. So, hopefully. Of course, it is a tradition in the Predator series to have a different protagonist for every movie. So, I don't think we'll ever really see Royce return, just like we'll never see Dutch return from the first Predator, but, whatever. There is a new Predator movie coming out sometime soon. They're working on it. God, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, this is the last Predator movie that I have. So, yeah, this is it. So I really enjoy looking at the Predator franchise in the world. It's very similar to the Alien franchise. Start off strong, then it got some disappointing sequels, and yeah. Whereas this one had one disappointing sequel in Predator 2, in my opinion, and I felt that this was everything that Predator 2 should have been. Whoop. And like I said, the biggest criticism that I've seen is people saying that it was just B for B, the original Predator. Like I said, I think that was intentional. And I think that's more of a nostalgic feel, like trying to evoke the feel of those 80s movies that were just a exact carbon copy of those original movies. That, you know what I'm saying? I think that was completely and utterly intentional. So, yeah, I mean, if you make a movie 20 years after the original release anyways, I mean, it works, in my opinion. It's not like you're releasing the movie 2 years after it and being the exact same thing. It's a 20-year down-the-line sequel, and I think it was okay for this. I really do, and like I said, I think it evoked a nostalgic-like feel. But anyways, that's going to be it for Predators. And next, we're going to save that for last. Next, we're going to be covering the AVP movies. One of these I'm not looking forward to at all.